You have noted that in the 1800s, even people with only a grade school education were well educated by today's standards. As watered down as the curriculum is by comparison with former times, some professional educators argue that it is still too demanding and thus unfair to minority and poor students. For example, one vice principal of our acquaintance thinks that homework should be abolished for the sake of her inner city, mostly African-American grade schoolers. What would you say to her?
I would say that probably is a very archaic attitude to believe that the African-American students cannot achieve at a high level. There was a school that I visited in Dallas. The principal, Roscoe Smith, had been assigned it. It was the worst school in the Dallas area in terms of standardized testing. Terrible area, a lot of crime, teen pregnancy, etc. He went in there and he started cleaning up the graffiti and telling the students, this is your school, got them involved. They had a little bit of pride in what was going on. He taught them slogans and obey your parents. Always ended and obey your parents. That perked up the ears of the parents, many of whom were not high school graduates. But he wanted them to come to the school because he had programs designed to help them to learn so that they could then in turn get more interested in what their children were doing. But the most important thing he did, he went out to the Dallas community and he found people who came out of that neighborhood who were successful. And he said, I want you to come to my school. Just give me an hour's notice. I'll have all the kids in the auditorium. Tell them what you did. Tell them how you did it. He had a lot of people coming in there. Long story short, within a space of 3 years, they went from the bottom in the state in standardized testing to third from the top.
Wow.
So can they learn? Of course they can. But you have to provide the correct environment.
Do you think that homework is a part of that environment?
Of course it is. And you need to set the bar a lot higher. The expectations need to be much, much higher. People will rise to expectations or they will lower themselves to expectations.